Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are doing another tie-in. This one is a TV show, I believe it was. Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. Alright, let's hope it's better than all the other Indiana Jones games that we played on this channel, because they all have been pretty awful. Really? Okay, it feels like we're playing a version of Castlevania. He definitely ducks. We picked up our hat. All right. You don't have a good jump though, which is decent. Realistically, we shouldn't be able to jump up on buildings. So I'm good with that. Cactus hurts, fair enough, as it should. You actually move like so fast sometimes that you just run into. We're out of our whip? What the? How did we just lose our whip? Okay, now we picked up a rock. Like, oh, right there is, I'm already kind of a little, it's kind of dumb. Picked up a rock. Rock sucks. We're gonna throw rocks at people. Oh god, that's a little annoying. I mean, all in all, it's not like, okay, so that's like our health, but it retakes everything at once instead of like one thing at a time. And then we still get hit by the horse. Like, it's playable. It's not the worst. Okay, the horse thing is stupid. Like, you hit the guy on top and then the horse just kills you. The guy's shot in the back. You know, it's playable, it's not terrible, but it's also not good. Okay, so you can't hit the horse at all. You can't hit the horse. I really feel like I guarantee you can't jump over the fucking horse. Yeah, this is not a well thought out game. We're gonna try it again. We're gonna give it one more chance. Yeah, like I said, jumping doesn't work very well in this game. We lost our whip for the knife. The rock, we're not doing the rock. Oh, this idol apparently makes it to where everything is frozen. Okay, so that's how we get rid of the damn horse. We just fucking... Oh, come on. Fucking hate this shit. Okay, so we can jump the horse. It is playable, and there's nothing wrong with that. I hate that you can't. It really doesn't matter what items you get; it's irrelevant. I screwed that up. I should have just went down. That was my bad. Fucking horse, man. Ah. God damn it. Go away. Jumped right into this stupid guy. Come on, you fucking garbage. Oh, this game... I don't want to say the game sucks. Just because I'm kind of sucking in some of the stuff, I don't want to say the game sucks. It's playable, it's decent, but it has a lot of just... It's just one of those games where you just have to memorize everything. Everything has to just be picture perfect. It just... I mean, it works. It is the best Indiana Jones game that we've seen. I think there's a couple things that could have probably been done better. I get the fact that you get equipment and then when you get hit, that's like your health. But why not just take one away each time? Do something else instead of losing everything? Like, once you get down to, like, trying to deal with everything, especially people with guns, where you only have your fists, kind of obnoxious. The horse thing, kind of stupid. Not a big deal. You know, it is what it is. Nothing wrong with it. You know, just from my thing, it's just aggravating, a little annoying. But there's nothing wrong with it. Like, all in all, the overall gameplay is not terrible. He moves, like, erratically, and like, he does these quick dashes, even though you don't necessarily want him to. And I think that's one of my biggest issues is the way it controls. It's responsive and it works, but he moves almost too well. If you understand, like, he'll just dash, which is not something you really want to be doing a lot in this game, because at least early on where we're seeing is we run into a lot of just bullets just coming out of nowhere. So all in all, it's a game where you just memorize what everything is and you go through it. You can't really rush it. And again, that's my biggest problem. That's why I don't do as well in some of this sometimes, because I just want to rush through. I just want to power through, get through that stuff, and try to do things. This game does not really allow you to just run through and do stuff. You only get the one hit. The way everything works, you really have to get a little bit, avoid, go kill this, move. Like, everything, you have to be monotonous, and you have to just do everything in sequence and in stride, and you can't just rush through it. So I think that's probably one of my things, just for my personal gameplaying and experience of the game, is that's why I'm not as fond of it. It is not a game where you just get to just kind of go through. You have to be very meticulous and monotonous, and you have to kind of slow go, and you don't get to play at your own pace. You have to play at the game's pace, and it's not as fast as you would like it to be, at least personally. So all in all, the game is playable. It looks good. It has decent design. Like, it's definitely not the best side scroller that we've played. It really does feel like a really cheap imitation version of Castlevania to a point. But all in all, it does have the Indiana Jones feel to it to a point. Like, I get what they're doing, and they did nothing wrong, okay? They did what they thought worked, and it does work exactly how I figured they pictured it. Everything does flow that way. It just, I'm not a huge fan of the thing. I wish they would have done it where if you collected enough things, like the hat, what's the point of getting the hat if when you get hit you lose everything anyways? There's no real point to it, right? At that point you pick up one thing and one is as good as three, which is kind of silly. And I think picking up the hat should be like one extra piece of armor, right? Or whatever that item is should have been one extra hit so where it's worth collecting. At that point, there's absolutely no point in going through and getting anything else because it doesn't really matter and you're just wasting time when you want to just get going and doing stuff. So I think that is a little oversight personally for me, that you lose everything in one hit instead of, you know, sequentially and just doing it. So all in all, the game is playable, almost kind of fun if you don't mind the meticulous, monotonous stuff where you have to take it at the game's pace and do things exactly the same over and over again. Like just, there is no real doing it any other way. They have it set up, like the cactuses are there, you can't jump over them. You don't have a jump, which again, I kind of like because it adds more of the slight realism to everything. Even though we're playing video games, yada, yada, yada. The fact that he can't jump 30 feet in the air is not a bad thing. I don't mind that at all. So the game is set up to where you can't go, you only can go one set route. Even though it looks like there's multi-levels and this and that, there really isn't. You have to go a very specific route through a very specific key events and doing this. There's a couple of parts where you can, but it doesn't matter. All the parts that matter is you pretty much have one way to go. And you have to go through and do one specific thing, and this and that. And again, the horse thing is really kind of obnoxious and stupid. And I really dislike that, personally. But all in all, the game is decent. It's playable. There's nothing really wrong with it, and it looks good. But it just, I don't know, there's just something about it that kind of makes you just like, I don't care. And I think part of it is the fact that the game slows you to its pace and not yours, and there's really nothing you can do about it, which is a little frustrating. So all in all, that's Indiana Jones, guys. That's me. You guys have a great day. We'll see you next time.